What's a man or a king? In response to the saying, advancing the line, advancing the payment. You from the game and shoot what said as you claim it. It's that Xbox, spin the block, his legs slide. Fast talker, no riddling, moonwalking, selling moon rock just to make dividends. You in traffic with family? That much make it a portrait. Gun kick back, knock grannies from porches. David on the scene, you know that it's scorching. What's a man or a king? In response to the saying, advancing the line, advancing the payment. You from the game and shoot what said as you claim it.
You already know the time, told my boys to hold the line. We gon' shoot it out in seconds, leave you posted like a vine. Bow your head down to the king, leave your roses at the shrine. We stay ready for the war, just need the king to drop the sign. Say what you running from, what you running from? I'm with my team, we bleed green, that's what you wanted, huh? Say what you running from, what you running from? I'm with my team, we bleed green, that's what you wanted, huh? This what you wanted, this what you wanted, huh?
Peace and blessings, and welcome back to Xbox Frontline News with your boy, the King. Now, today we got some bad news, we got some good news, we got some great news, and we got some other disgusting news, to be honest with you. I mean, it seems like these poor begging ponies is back at it again, and it's such a shame, man. Like I watch, and I'm saying, man, you used to have pride. Y'all are not the same dudes anymore, and it's weird to even see this, that y'all even act in this way. But again, at the end of the day, when you got nothing to talk about, I understand. You're looking over at us. We had so far, you had the January show, you had the February show, and you had another show in February. This is nuts. Xbox is going crazy. Games are dropping daily. Speaking of games dropping daily, let's get into these topics. And also, it's a little Fable that is running around here. We got to talk about this. Let's get into these topics. Mecha Break dev talks Xbox console exclusivity and the future Game Pass plans and special Game Pass goodies. Mecha Break is a game that's going to launch inside Game Pass. And, speaking with Windows Central, the amazing Social Games CEO Chris Kwok talked on developing for the Xbox Series X and X and why it chose to partner with Microsoft, while dropping some other interesting tidbits as well. Talking about the partnership, Quark simply stated that Microsoft are more aggressive than Sony, and in this case, which led to a game becoming an Xbox console launch exclusive. That means the game will launch on PlayStation at some time. I'm not into these exclusive third-party launch things, but at the end of the day, I understand that you need content to go inside Game Pass. And what I've noticed more and more, first-time games are being more aggressively pursued by Xbox and Microsoft to put it inside Game Pass, because I think their thought process is, let's get this game when they don't have a metrics on how the game would perform out in the wild. And then that game itself could actually grow and thrive inside Game Pass. So it gives the developer the chance to actually produce a game without worrying too much, because they pretty much got the bag from Game Pass. But they're also going to have over 40 million people looking at their game at any given time. Regarding the Xbox Game Pass, Mecha Break is seemingly free to play, at least for the base form, but it does sound like some sort of Game Pass partnership might happen as well. The interview notes that Quark responded with an affirmative when asked about being featured in Game Pass. So while this isn't confirmed yet, it sounds like Xbox Game Pass could be in for some premium extras when Mecha Break launches. Finally, the team also discussed developing on Xbox Series S and S and how Microsoft's smaller all-digital console threw up some additional difficulties during development. Like everyone says, you have to get down to the metal. The studio explained that the console's limited RAM proved an issue, and that in getting the game's huge maps running on the system was the biggest technological hurdle with Mecha Breaks coming to Xbox. That last point there, where about the Series S, explained why the game's reached its public beta failed to materialize on Xbox. As far as they know, the team plans to make the beta available on the Microsoft consoles. But as it's gone ahead on PC only for right now, the team is also working hard on the Xbox beta build. So here's hoping that it pops up shortly. So like everybody else, that limited RAM in the Series S, and I do hope at some point in time they do phase the Series S out, and going forward, the smaller console would be probably the Xbox One X, And the new consoles that will be coming out next year will be the de facto consoles. I think they won't go with a smaller SKU. But we got to see what the handheld looks like at this moment. I don't know what Microsoft thinking is at this point. But again, as we notice, the biggest hurdle has been the Series S when it comes to developers learning for the first time how to develop for it. You ever played Watch Dogs Legions? Have you ever thought about it? Did you forget about it? Well, if you forgot about Watch Dogs Legions and you have Game Pass, guess what? It's available right now today inside Game Pass. Watch Dogs Legions Xbox Game Pass subscribers can begin exploring the dystopian London in Ubisoft's open world action adventure game, Watch Dogs Legions. Join in today. Watch Dogs Legions joins Game Pass today. You can play it on your PC. You can play it on the Xbox One, Series X and S. It's available for standard, ultimate, and PC Game Pass. Listen, I purchased the game when it first came out. I purchased it for my son with the big package. And let me ask you, did he get a chance to play it? I don't freaking think so. And that thing went to the backlog. So shout out for Xbox again. For those individuals that was probably looking into Watch Dogs Legions, and now they got a chance to, just jump inside Game Pass and play it. It's definitely worth your views. I think so. When Watch Dogs first came out, I was a huge Watch Dogs fan. Kind of fell off of it when you saw the downgrade when you got to the game. But Watch Dogs 2 was really good, I thought. So, give it a chance. Check it out. It's inside Game Pass. There's 41 million of us. Hey, put some eyes on it. I don't know how I feel about this. Warner Brother games are in shambles. But we knew that for a while, right? We knew that with Suicide Squad, how much they gambled on Suicide Squad being a hit. How much they put behind it. I purchased Suicide Squad when it was $5 and I got it on Steam with all the DLC, which is nuts. But the things that they did to push that game forward with giving you an offline mode and giving you one of the best characters at the end, they didn't, give up on the game. They had a roadmap for Suicide Squad. Warner Brother Games kills Wonder Woman title, shutters 3 studios in a cost-cutting move. Now, when you hear cost-cutting moves, you automatically assume that financial straits are bad, and they need a benefactor, a backer. And everybody's watching in real time as Warner Brother flounders. I don't know what's going on with why they can't get purchased. Discovery has made it very clear that they're willing to separate from the gaming division, but Xbox, Microsoft, Tencent, and others haven't seen inclined to purchase the IPs, purchase the company. I don't know how much the licenses cost. I think that plays a heavy role in the burden that they carry. I would believe that the DC licensing is very heavy. I don't understand why they can't get it right. They have some of the most iconic characters in the world, and for them not to be able to capitalize on these iconic characters. Marvel Rivals is out right now, and it's making a ton of noise. Disney and Marvel seems to be able to strike gold with all of their games, and I don't understand why Warner Brother Games can't do the same. The Warner Brothers game division is pulling the plug on Wonder Woman, a title that has been in development for more than 3 years. The open world game is in the works for Monolith Productions, which has been shut down along with 2 other studios. Player First Games, Warner Brother Games San Diego. Warner Brother Games in July 2024 acquired Player First Games. The developer of free-to-play platform fighter game called Multiverses which is previously announced is being phased out as well. Now, they did have, and if nobody knows what Multiverses is like a Smash Brothers game using the Warner Brother IP, Scooby-Doo, Batman, Adventure Time. Those type of characters are available to that world, and I thought using those games itself, those IPs itself would make that game stand out. So that goes to tell you that just great characters doesn't make a fighting game like Smash Brothers just go. You need to have layers to it, and Nintendo seemed to be able to perfect that. So again, as difficult as it is today, we remain focused and excited about getting back to producing high quality games for our passionate fans and developed by our world-class studios, getting our games business back to profitability and growth in 2025 and beyond. Warner Brother Games spokesman said in a statement to Variety. Growth in 2025 and beyond. I'm just terrified at what is going on with all of these layoffs, closures. I told you it would be a bloodbath this year. This doesn't seem to stop my theory in that case. My boy Craig Duncan got a chance to talk about Fable. Now, he did talk about a lot of things. He sat down with Xbox and they talked about Avowed. They talked about South of Midnight. They talked about games going on multi-platforms. If y'all don't know who Craig Duncan is the lead developer of Sea of Thieves. And now he's in charge of, Xbox Game Studios content. And Xbox has officially delayed, he let the cat out the bag today. Xbox has officially delayed Fable to 2026. We're going to give Fable more time. Now, when people got upset with Avowed moving out of 2024 to 2025, people felt that, oh man, it's such a bad thing. Well, we got a chance to see some of the gameplay. And I'm going to show you that interview right now. And in showing you that interview, I want you to understand that Avowed, again, like I said, was in one state, and then by the time it released, it was in a greater state. So I'm not going to second guess Microsoft and Xbox on this, because at the end of the day, this year seems kind of packed. And then I'm going to give you my theories on the reason why I think the pushback happened. It's a couple of things. Let's get into it.
Game that people would be very excited about that we haven't talked about yet, and that's Fable.
Yes.
So where are we at with Fable?
So I just want to start with really excited about progress, really excited where Playground are. We previously announced the date for Fable as 2025. We are actually going to give Fable more time, and it's going to ship in 2026 now. And while I know that's not maybe the news people want to hear, what I want to assure people of is that it's definitely worth the wait. I have unequivocal confidence in the Playground team. If you think about their history and legacy for Forza Horizon, last two games critically acclaimed, 92 Metacritic. Award-winning, beautiful, played great, and just what they're bringing to Fable as a franchise. Just think of the visuals of what you expect of Playground games, plus, amazing gameplay, British humor, Playground's version of Albion, so inspired by what's gone before with the franchise, but their take in quite frankly the most beautifully realized version of Albion you've ever seen. So really excited about the plans and really excited about the future, and I want the community to understand that we do these things for the best of the games and the teams, and ultimately that results in the best games or the best game for the community.
And I think from your visit, you actually managed to bring over some footage for us to see some of those beautiful visuals as well.
Yeah, so I think we're going to show some of the footage. This isn't a trailer or anything. We felt as we were going to talk about the game, it was important to show show some of the things.
Yeah, we get to see some of these scenes, like kind of both just walking through environments where inevitably there'll be some combat, some city walking scenes, just really seeing how the beautiful variety in environments that are in the game.
Yeah, and I've played some aspects of it that are in the city-based, and again, I'm trying to be very careful that I don't spoil anything. Ralph and the team won't forgive me if I spoil something, but I played some of the city elements, I played some of the quests, I played some of the combat, I played a boss battle, I've used magic. Like, it felt amazing. Like, and I had a great time. And again, I remember the originals. This scene, I've played that in gameplay. I'm not going to spoil the backstory of what's going on. But as you can see, genuinely beautiful, plays
Even just
great,
seeing
feels
like
great.
the cinematics and then cutting to the actual like fight over here. It's gorgeous. You can barely tell the difference, which is such a seamless transition.
Yeah, it's very real. Everything you're seeing here is very playable. I've seen a bunch more than that. I'm very excited. So, take my word for it. But hopefully what the team can see here is enough to build excitement.
I love the little details. It's great to see how much emphasis is being put into all of that.
Yeah, and there's no bigger fans of Fable as a franchise as the Playground team that are making it. So I think it's a really fine balance between what are the game tenets that are true to Fable and what's a modern day reimagining of what is Playground Games version of Fable.
Yeah, absolutely. The modern retelling of Fable. I'm very excited myself. I've been a massive Fable player since day one, so I'm excited for 2026.
Yeah.
Three, two, one, cue. Xbox game delayed. Oh, they might be getting the PlayStation version ready for day and date. Oh, man. These guys. It's starting to be sad to see, man. It's starting really to be sad to see. It sucks so bad that I'm starting to feel sorry for you dudes. But, okay. More rumors suggesting that Fable will be coming to PlayStation 5 are beginning to surface, strengthening the idea that the PlayStation is set to be a new home for many of Xbox's biggest releases. Although Fable was previously considered somewhat of a pillar of Xbox exclusivity, people are looking forward to the possibility of the title appearing on a new platform. The wildest part about this right here is that these dudes hold out hope. It is... I don't even want to even keep talking about this right now because it is absolutely sad. You're talking about a game that fell out of this year that's going into next year, and these guys are praying and hoping that it finds a way to their console next year. Like, this is utterly disgusting behavior from you dudes. And, there's no news to talk about with you guys. You know that, right? This is absolutely wild. I feel so sorry for you dudes. Well, I want to thank everybody for making it this far in the video. If you made it this far in the video, please like, follow, and subscribe. Become a member. Members are the lifeblood of this channel. And listen, I'm working on that Patreon stuff. We're doing stuff in the background. My man Dip Down and I are going to get busy. Pause. With some work. We got some work that we're going to do also with Lord Attic. And this is something that the community has been asking for. So I need to work with the foremost knowledgeable people when it comes to anime, especially modern anime. A lot of my anime is a little bit older, Dragon Ball Z, Tales of the Overfiend, stuff like that. Will actually those stuff like Fist of the North Star, Kara, stuff like that. What is it? Afro Samurais. I'm huge on those. So me learning new anime is something that I want to do, and we're going to work with that with the Patreon and everything, and get you guys in on some stuff. Also, I'm going to be working with a new editor. The new editor is going to be taking a lot of our work and making sure that this work reaches and goes to a lot more individuals. All right, so don't worry about that. The editorial stuff will be popping. I will get that stuff up and running to you guys. So at the end of the day, you guys get a chance to see more of us, more of me, more games and Frontline Gaming streams, you know what it is. But all right, so my reasoning for thinking the reason why Fable is going to 2026 is twofold. All right, because the game looked really good in what we saw, right? And I honestly believe that the game will look even better when the game launches. I think the game launches with the new hardware that comes out next year. 2026, I believe that you're going to get the new hardware from Xbox. They're going to be talking hardware, I believe, inside June. And then you're going to see the hardware push and then the hardware actually come out. Microsoft is able to do these things because they're financially affluent in that language, right? Their language is get it done language, and it's a possibility in that happening. So I think next year will be probably one of the biggest years in Microsoft gaming history when you see the launch of a new Halo, Gears, Forza, Fable, and quite possibly Perfect Dark. Those games will round out a whole year, if you will, coinciding with Call of Duty and, more content from Diablo and probably some Doom DLC, all types of games. There are tons of games over at Microsoft. And if you continue to watch the Craig Duncan interview, they told you there's a bunch of games that they haven't even announced yet that are actually coming out. So Microsoft is cooking. I told you it will turn into a Pacquiao fight. But one of the biggest things that I think Fable ran from is Grand Theft Auto 6. I think it fell into the second half of the year and around the time that they would be putting out that game, and they just said, Remember, Xbox and PlayStation pretty much know when Grand Theft Auto is going to launch, right? So it's no secret for them because they are the third-party developer. They have to know when the game is going to launch. What's the launch window look like? And the launch window looked like probably where Fable was at, and they was like, nah, we'll push it to 2026. We'll strengthen up our library for next year because this year is pretty stacked. We seen games, we know about games, and there's still more games coming. With Game Pass rocking on all cylinders, the fact of the matter is that Microsoft is becoming an unstoppable juggernaut. And then I get a chance to see the port begging ponies, the PlayStation Nation, the sad sacks that are running around here. Pause. These dudes look really weak, talking about, the games is coming to PlayStation. Hashtag no PlayStation 6. We're going to run it up on these bums. I'm going to keep the boot on Kong's neck this whole generation. You guys don't look the same. Any of you guys sitting there talking about y'all waiting for games to show up that y'all can pay for, y'all sound ignorant as hell. I'm going to keep it a bean with you. You sound absolutely ignorant. Just go get an Xbox. If y'all want to play Xbox games, go get an Xbox and go get a refurbished one. I don't care. You can buy it direct. I got one. I got a refurbished one that I got here. That's the one I'll be streaming with. My Series X. Go get it. I got it on sale too. I think it was like $330 or something like that. When they had that sale, I was on top, man. I was on that. So I'm telling you, man, go knock it out because at the end of the day, you guys look crazy. You look absolutely crazy. But yo, I'm gonna take my logo and I'm gonna throw it on what I want to throw it on. They do have a couple of Fable games that I could play in back-a-pack. Nah, I'm going to go play Watch Dogs 2. So shout out to Game Pass. And I'm going to throw that logo around Watch Dogs 2. And I'm going to tell you, try to play the Game Pass. Yeah.